recent holiday and proclaiming our love for Spanish food, we're starting the new season with a Spanish dish, Fideuà, which is a type of paella, only instead of rice it's made with pasta. It's a tiny, tiny macaroni-like pasta, and if you can't get that, you can also use orzo or any type of small pasta. And we're making it with seafood. The Spaniards say that paella, when it's made with seafood, is not called paella, it's called rice with seafood. And the only paella is when it's made with rabbit or chicken. But we're not making that today, we're making Fideuà. Let's begin. To make the Fideuà, we need about 300 grams of Fideuà pasta, 1 onion, 2 or 3 tomatoes, depends on the size. I'm using 3 of this tomatoes, and 2 cloves of garlic, some smoked paprika, pimenton, and some sweet pimenton, and prawns, and some squid. We'll also need a pint of fish stock, and I'm also going to add a teaspoon of fish sauce to the stock. Do it right now before I forget. That's it. For even more intense fish flavor. And we'll start with frying the dry and cooked pasta. It's very unusual, but it's essential. We'll fry it in a frying pan with a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to pour some olive oil into the pan, about 2 tablespoons, and pour in the pasta. We're going to cook it, fry it until all the pasta is brown. Just stirring it, ensure that the oil is hot, but not too hot. We don't want to burn it. We're not looking for a light brown, we're looking for intense brown color all over. So we're not there yet. Stirring to make sure that they're all browned evenly. When the oil gets really hot, it will all happen very quickly, so don't leave the pan unattended. It shouldn't take long, so if you feel like it's not browning, just turn the heat up a little bit. Right, as you can see, they're very nicely browned and almost like a pretzel color. We're going to take it off the heat and put it aside. The next step is preparing the vegetables. We'll need to finely chop 1 onion and also finely slice, chop a couple of cloves of garlic, and we'll fry them in the pan first. But remember that garlic cooks much faster than onion, so put the onion in first, and when it softens and changes color, then add the garlic. If you put them together in the pan, garlic will be burnt before the onion is cooked. Now I'm going to put some olive oil into the big pan, about 2-3 tablespoons, and fry the onions. That's enough. Wait until the pan and the oil are hot and then add the onions. And you can see that the oil starts to smoke a little bit, and it's time to add the onions. And they sizzle immediately because it's just the right temperature. We'll fry them for a few minutes until they soften and turn light golden color. I'm going to add a little bit of salt
and that will help the onions to soften. Now that we added the garlic, it's getting all nicely browned. We'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll add the squid. And now I'm going to fry, actually caramelize the squid which I sliced. It's one large squid sliced into rings, and we're going to fry it quickly in the hot pan and then take it out because we don't want to overcook it. Seafood should never be overcooked. Then we'll take the squid out and then add the tomatoes. Push the garlic and the onion on one side and add the squid. I'll turn the heat off a little bit, and that's enough. And now I'm going to take them off. Before I forget, I need to add a tiny pinch of saffron to the fish stock. Really tiny, just only a few petals. And now I'm going to chop the tomatoes and add them to the pan. Let's go. Now we're adding the tomatoes, and the juice from the tomatoes will decaramelize all the goodness on the bottom of the pan. That's perfect. I'm adding this squid back to the pan, turning the heat up, getting them nicely caramelized. And now it's time to put the pasta into the pan. All in. See how lovely brown it is, and that's what it should be like. Now with the seasoning, I'm adding almost a teaspoon of pimentone, smoked paprika, a teaspoon of sweet paprika, and some black pepper. And now we pour in the stock. Stir it all together. Scrape all the fried bits from the bottom of the pan into the stock. We'll now bring it to a boil. Turn it down a little bit. Cover it with the lid and cook for 8 minutes. As the fideuà is being cooked, I want to tell you a little bit about the prawns. It's 250 grams of fresh prawns I'm using here. And when you buy fresh prawns, you have to prepare them for cooking. You have to devein them. It's not actually a vein, it's a digestive tract which you have to remove. And the important bit to prevent prawns from curling and shrinking, you have to take a prawn and make a few shallow incisions along its belly, about 3 incisions. It will sever the muscle and it will prevent them from curling up, and they will remain straight and plump and juicy. And that's the rule for any dish. When you cook with prawns, that's what you should do. It's only a couple of minutes to go, and the stock is almost evaporated and pasta is almost ready. It's been 8 minutes and the dish is almost ready. The last step is that we're adding the prawns. Stir it. As you can see, it's a lot of prawns. We love them very much. You can use less if you wish. And we will cook it for 2 minutes exactly, because that's how long it takes to cook prawns. They turn pink and become firm, and that's when they're ready. 2 minutes passed, and as you can see, the prawns are ready. It's very simple to check if the prawns are ready. If they turn from translucent to opaque and are firm, they are ready. Turn off. And as you can see, they're still the same size they were as we put them in. Big, lovely, juicy. And one of my beloved crew members is going to try it tonight. Sure, I get everything in.
Sans the squid. Perfect.
And here it is, ready and in all its glory. It is traditionally served with dollops of Spanish alioli all over the serving dish. Try it. You will love it. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven. Until next time, bye.